green light go. That's all I know. Move all day and I never get tired. Move all day and I never give up. Move all day and I never get tired. Move all day and I never give up. Won't stop till I get that. I won't stop. Move all day and I never get tired. Move all day and I never give up. Won't stop till I get that. Won't stop till I get that. Till I get that. Get that. Get that.
我们是工匠社赛事组委会，现诚意邀请你参加品牌赛事 Ganker Arena。比赛采用人机一体对战方式，选手需使用基于 Ganker EX 骨架进行组装的机甲参赛，期待您的加入。
Live your dream. You can't lose focus. You gotta step up. You have to fight. Every minute spent, every second used. Improving, adapting. DX Racer, how you win the game.
Alright guys, welcome to WCG 2019 Final Assault VR Championship Final Games here. My name is Jacko.
My name is Simon.
My name's Caleb.
Wow, and this is our pretty cool hair code right now.
Wow.
I'm bringing the hair down. I'm bringing the hair down. This is the final match right now, so I figured all is out right now. Everything's out.
Yo, but where's your hammer?
Got right here. Mjolnir is right here. Don't worry.
Oh, it can turn to big one, huh?
That's right. Anytime we need it, we got the power.
Yeah, and here we go. This is final. We got the Dirvel versus
SadlyitsBradley.
Again.
Definitely.
Again.
Again, we have Dirvel versus SadlyitsBradley. This is the legendary match over here.
What we saw last time was we saw him playing Nichols, and we saw Ritter against Beaumont, and he wasn't able to come through. So in this next match, I'm not sure if he's going to go with the ground attack or the air attack against Dirvel.
Yep.
Yes.
Look at the winner's bracket. This is their matchup here. So Dirvel just represent the winner bracket here, and SadlyitsBradley just represent the loser's bracket. So they meet again.
And because Dirvel does have the one win already, he's got one advantage right now. He only needs to win one game.
Yep. We can see Dirvel have defeated the SadlyitsBradley once, but I think the SadlyitsBradley just used the wrong strategy of the playing right now. So we can see this is final match, Wardenberg and Chateau Ducks here. So what you gonna say?
I'd say Wallenberg is one of those maps that's got that really small area to actually get things going. So you've got two lanes right there. He's going to have to be careful.
Oh, this is SadlyitsBradley here and the Q Boys here. Represent USA, aka Thor's homie.
Looks like he's got a lot of people cheering for him.
That's right. He's got a great attitude, and he's always one of the favorites.
Oh, this is from Poland, Dirvel, Alan Karamara.
From Team Gravity, we have Dirvel right there, and he is one of the better players here in the tournament. As you can see, he hasn't lost a match yet.
So, this is the point. The best player versus the best player right now.
Yeah, definitely. Again, you know, this is what Dirvel, he defeated SadlyitsBradley, and that's what he always wanted. And and let's see this time if he's gonna do it again.
I think he's going to be able to at least create an exciting game for us at the very end.
Yes,
Definitely. So-
but I think each side they represent the units. So you can see the Dirvel just represent the ground units there, and the Bradley should represent the air units there.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not sure if Bradley's going to actually continue going with the air, considering last time he went there against Dirvel, he wasn't successful. But as we saw during that match, it kind of was a very, very long match, and because those matches took so long, Beaumont ended up having that advantage at the end with those ATGs and those Calliopes.
But we've been seeing a lot of change of the Bradley today. We can see only one P38 here is enough.
That's right.
He don't need to just set up a lot of 11 or 13 planes just over your head, but
right. and as you said, like that's the big difference. Now that he's playing, before when he was Ritter, he had so many Herschels trying to get those Calliopes, and it was just way too much work for one person to try to meta all that information with those units. But now that he's actually using the P38 with Nichols, and especially in those previous games, it's much easier to actually control the field with that. Not only that, he has way less money that he has to spend on keeping that air control.
Yeah. So this is important thing.
Yeah, I think that like right now, one of the most important things is going to be taking that strategy and actually doing the best that he can to be quick on the field. Because if he gives Dirvel too much time and those ATGs get out there and those Calliopes get out there, then he's not going to be able to effectively control the field. And as we know right now, that's obviously going to be the main thing in this game is keeping that map control.
Yes, because he lost to Dirvel last time he chose the Nichols. So I think this time, I believe he's going to try something different.
Yeah, I do believe so. I mean, and if he doesn't, he's going to have to do a little bit better at actually getting rid of those AAs and those fighters that are in the air. When we saw Bradley playing Doldol earlier, he was just able to completely keep that map control with that P38, and Doldol was never able to get those AAs or those Calliopes out of the base. So if he's able to do something like that with Dirvel, then it might be successful. At the same time, I could very much see him going out with the Beaumont versus Beaumont and keeping that strategy. You know, if you've got something, I've got the same thing, and those games are usually a lot longer.
So here's the question: both of them, this is your good friends here. So which side you will support?
Ooh, it's tough to say. I've got Bradley on the American side over here, and I've got Dirvel on the good side. As far as just being a great friend, I'm going to be happy no matter who comes out with a victory. I'm certainly. I really can't say one or the other.
So here we go. Dirvel just get a score here because he represents the winner's pocket. So he will get a 1-0 in the beginning. So this is a hard decision. This is hard position of SadlyitsBradley right now because he's a little bit lead by the Dirvel.
Yeah, like we talked about, he's got that psychological feeling of knowing he has to win multiple games to actually come out on top, whereas Dirvel just needs this one win to win the championship. And right now we're playing these smaller maps, so he's going to have to be really be very, very careful with how he's going to use his units and make sure that they don't get killed early on.
Yeah, and actually SadlyitsBradley choose Nichols again.
Right.
Wow.
I mean, the one thing I can say about that is Nichols is his favorite. So, I mean, having something in competition, you usually want to play what you're most comfortable with. So that is why I do see that he's doing that. Although it wouldn't have surprised me had he gone Beaumont. What we're seeing right now, of course, is a little bit difference in play styles. Of course, Dirvel over there is getting the 2 troop trucks out right at the beginning to try to get that push with the infantry. Whereas over here, SadlyitsBradley did not put any units out. Right now, he's already got the P38 unlocked. So his first key is to actually get that 3rd tier out there.
Still waiting.
Planes.
This is a different strategy of that. So this is waiting for the money to unlock all the weapons here. But the one thing he needs is a P38 here.
Yeah, and this is one thing you're seeing right now. You see that fighter of Bradley's right there killing all the infantry and actually pushing that line of Dirvel right there. When you make a decision to not send a tank or to not send an artillery, you have to do something to get those lines pushed. And by putting a plane in the air, not only is he pushing those lanes, but he's also making it easier for when he gets that P38 out there.
Yep. And we can see that Dirvel just want to put much faster than yesterday. We can see this is unlock everything here and waiting for the clarity with the aircraft here just help the infantry to push the land. Wow, that will be he will be reach the tower maybe in a minute or 2 minutes.
Yeah, right now they're going to definitely be trying to push those towers as fast as they can to try to get that quick advantage. The longer the game goes, the more difficult it is to, of course, keep that advantage when you're in the air. But as you see right now, Dirvel over there has 4 of the fighter jets in the air right now, 4 of them circling around, and he's just trying to make sure that if Bradley decides to bring that P38 outside the confinement of his base, that he's going to get attacked.
Yup. Sure. You want to go outside, you must ask for me. Ask for the aircraft here. I got 4. If you just go outside,
That's right, and the P-38 is so deadly when it comes out and shoots, but if it has a fighter on the back of it, or even two of them, it can go down pretty quickly.
So as you can see, this is a 3 minutes. The network's on totally even right now. You can see there's a 3 troop trucks here. This is almost the same. There's a 180 tank gun. Which way?
Yeah, I don't see that. I don't actually see the ATG on the field just yet. I think he just got done dropping it, so it's on its way right there. Oh, it looks like he's actually going to go up to the top lane right here. Not
and there's
sure
a
exactly.
crate, the tank,
Oh,
the tank,
gonna get it.
the tank.
Oh,
yeah.
that was so close.
Yes.
What it looks like happened right there is I almost believe Dirvel made a mistake. I think that was actually supposed to be dropped previously, but he ended up getting in there and it worked out for him just fine. But the P-38 came and took that ATG out in one shot.
Yes. Just destroy the ATG here and just fly back to the house. Wow. These are pretty exciting.
As you can see, SadlyitsBradley does have that middle ground right there taken, and he's actually got AA in the middle of the map to help keep his P-38 safe, so that way if actually Dirvel decides to send those fighters after him, they're going to get destroyed. And there, Calliope is finally coming out of the base right now to keep some defense. And as you can see, Bradley is trying to move those AA and that tank on the middle right there because they're going to get destroyed by that artillery fire.
Yep, and you can see the best player here who will make sure everything is set, everything is in position. He will just send the P-38s get out and get out of the house. That will be more safe.
Yeah, as you can see, because these players are one of the strongest players in this tournament. So you can see one side is doing something, the other side is trying to do something to deal with it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You can tell that this game is very much like what you just said. It's a countering game. So when you see them pull out a unit, you can actually decide, I'm not going to pull out a previous unit that you thought about. You're going to actually change what you were going to do to combat what they're doing. And if you do that properly, and if you're fast enough, you can actually change a game and the way that it's moving very, very quickly. And right now we see actually the towers getting shot there at Bradley. So even though Bradley's doing really, really well at keeping control on the field, Dirvel is still making a push with those infantry. And a large part of that is he's got 3 of the troop trucks on that one lane.
Yep, and the P-38 is being under attack right now. It's been taken down. We see there's
luckily he does have another P-38 in the bay, but we've got 2 Calliopes on the field right now. And as the game continues to go on, it's going to be more and more difficult for this area to keep control over this small map.
But this land, this tower, what's he gonna do?
The only thing Bradley can do right now is to create at least an artillery to prevent those infantry because those airplanes are not doing enough damage on them.
Yep, and this time we need either normal aircraft here to destroy the infantry, and the other land we can see it's been losing tower, and this is Dirvel's towers here.
That's right, we're being pushed on both opposite sides. Right now, Bradley's being pushed on the right side, whereas on his right side, Dirvel's pushing on his left side. It's one of those things where they're each trying to get the other person as fast as they can without losing too much ground, but as you can see right now, there's not much you can do against that infantry.
So this is the important things we can see. Look at the networks here, still very close.
Yeah, those two artillery are actually taking out that tower right there and keeping his Calliope at bay because of the amount of infantry that are coming into his base.
Yep, and I think they're just doing the same thing. It's just like your Muro. This is the second tower of the Dirvel has been taken away, and this is artillery. Same display.
Absolutely, and I think the reason that Bradley is getting such a push on that side is because those paratroopers are actually dropping.
Look at that, and we hear the sound.
Of course.
I don't see.
This is gonna
He's trying to do some damage on those Calliopes right there on anything that is there. He looks like he got done blowing up at least one of the trucks.
At least?
But that Calliope still has a little bit of HP left.
Yeah.
Yes, at least he survived.
And that can be so devastating. Calliope with only a few HP is still just as strong as Calliope with 100 HP. So it is doing just as much damage as if it had nothing.
Yeah, because every time Dirvel hears that alarm, he knows he has to do something, move something.
That's right. This is actually an extremely interesting situation right now. It can go either way, but what's very, very fun to see is that Bradley's been able to keep these Calliopes in the base of Dirvel because of those P-38s, even though there is no P-38s on the field right now. I'm not even sure if Dirvel knows that. That's the best time for him to take those Calliopes and actually try to make a push.
And Bradley had to destroy the anti-airs here so he can use and once
again in the base. He's got 4 Calliopes in the base there, so if he can just get some damage on any of those.
Wow.
And he did get one of them right there. He's now only got 3 on the map, so that was actually going to, or was worth it, I believe, as far as getting some time for his infantry to get in there. The fact that they're moving so quickly means that all Bradley needs to do is get some damage on that base, and within a few minutes it'll be over.
Yes. Well, there's troop trucks here, but he's moving those troop trucks. He's just setting the troop trucks just in front of your gate. Wow.
Yeah, and by doing that, when you move the troop trucks closer and closer, it allows your armymen to actually, your infantry to be closer and closer to the battle without having to walk so far. The problem with that is that it makes it easier for the enemy, of course, to shoot them. But right now, Bradley's been doing so well at keeping this map control. Dirvel is having a hard time getting out of his lanes.
You can just use the aircraft to defend this land. It's so easy right now because it's only infantry here.
What I'm really amazed is there's that middle lane that you see right there, and they're actually not using it at all. Sometimes if you have some either tanks or some infantry running down that lane, you can actually very quickly get into a base, and it seems like they're both just concentrating on these outside lanes.
Yeah. Alright, this is 8 minutes here.
We're actually down to 1
another
Calliope on his side, and Bradley still does not have a P-38. He's using all of his actual money to do these missile barrages, and it's working out for him.
This is the third time. This time is to destroy the anti-air.
I think what we're going to have to see right now is Dirvel's going to need to keep one of these Calliopes in the base to prevent this infantry, and he's going to need to take at least 1 or 2 of them outside the base to try to make a push on Bradley if he wants to make up some of this ground.
Exactly. So there you go. There's only 1 Cloud piece doing the base right now, and 5 troop trucks on 6 aircraft to protect the base. But the push of Dirvel it's been slowed down right now.
And as many missile barrages as Bradley's been thrown in there, Dirvel still does have 5 of the troop trucks that are actually creating infantry for him, which is really helping him keep that lane push on Bradley, which is keeping this game very, very interesting.
Yeah. You can see the Bradley just sent the anti-air in front of your gate. Want to destroy all the aircraft, which is over your base, over the base.
And you can see he's being somewhat a little offensive there with his AA, bringing it right up to the next, to the barrier of the base of Dirvel right there. And unfortunately, it did not work out for him. His P-38 is going down as well. Yeah. He is actually looking like he wants to make a push right here to get some kind of ground for his troops right there. If he can get those troops inside the base, they are so strong and actually can kill the base so quickly.
Maybe the next move, also the special attack. I guess. $28 here. Oh no. I'll put it back.
Yeah. It looks like he's kind of going back and forth with that. It looks like this time he did decide to create some units as opposed to doing another full-fledged missile barrage. And I think that's a smart idea. By allowing himself to get some more units on the field, he's creating that offensive push that you can't get with just a missile barrage. Plus, it's actually going to make more use of his time. That way, if he does decide later he wants to do a missile barrage, he's going to have not only the attack that comes in, but then these tanks that are going to come into the base right afterward.
Yep. Here we go. Oh, Dirvel got 7 aircraft here. It's crazy.
Yeah, Dirvel's airplanes are the one thing keeping him in the game as long as Bradley doesn't have the ability to keep that P-38 going.
Yep.
Another one to the base.
Yeah, and as much as he's doing these damage, he did not get very much for it. Dirvel still has this Calliope right there going, and Bradley didn't lose much.
Yep. So this is I think he should use the money to create one more Calliope, maybe more worth.
Yeah, and as you said it right there, it looks like he just got done spending some cash on that second Calliope. I agree with you. I think what he needs to do right now with Beaumont is he needs to start making a push, and the only way to do that is to take his 7 fighters that he already has and to put them in position over the middle of the base and start pushing forward. With those Calliopes, you can actually sit outside the base and shoot the base from outside the walls. So that could be something that Dirvel's trying to do and get set up.
Yep, and there you go. This AA just destroyed our aircraft here, and on the other side, oh, here we go. This is the 3rd time he used the special attack. Every time Dirvel just boot everything out. Oh, get out this way, get out this way.
Yes, that's right. Dirvel still has 7 of those troop trucks. It doesn't seem that Bradley's actually targeting them specifically. He's targeting more of the Calliope than the actual...
Look at these players. It's just doing some damage off the home base right now.
Dirvel just went right into SadlyitsBradley's base with these tanks, and he brought a troop truck.
What are they doing?
And this is a sneak attack. He could be taking over the game right here.
Oh. It's crazy right now. You can see that Bradley lose almost a habit trees here, but
this could be the game. Dirvel's bringing a Calliope on SadlyitsBradley's side over here. So if we go back to see the other side, we're going to actually see this Calliope coming in and doing some damage. And right now, Sadly has nothing to stop it other than that P38.
But luckily, that's a P38 here. We can see the other side also being under attack. Oh, but Bradley fell. Bradley fell.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a lag there, but it looks like everything's still going just fine. The infantry are making their push. Bradley was able to stop that Calliope on the side right there. That was so close because that Calliope can just melt a base if it gets in the right position.
Exactly. Now the Dirvel will lose 3 Cowan. See the this is one more again. Use all the money to special attack. It's pretty long.
And he just got one of the Calliopes. Now Dirvel is only hanging on with his light units at the moment. He does have one AA and everything else is a light unit on the field, whereas Bradley is over there with a few tanks and some artillery making the push still.
Right, one push, but only push with the infantry. It's not powerful.
No. What he's trying to do is he wants his infantry to get some time to actually shoot the base, and the only way he's going to do that is if he can get rid of the anti-air and bring his P38 in there to try to actually kill those units of Dirvel's.
Yep.
And what we're seeing right now is Dirvel's putting up a great fight. As far as being Beaumont, there's not a lot you can do as far as putting ATGs out in the field because they're going to get blown up. Yep. So the only thing he can do is try to mass together some of these Calliopes, get those air fighters in the air and make a push.
Yeah, at least to control the sky over your head. Control the base? Right now, you can see the numbers here. Totally even. 14 minutes. Best player represent the air division and the ground divisions here. This is a bomber, Dirvel, and Nico Bradley.
As you can see, that lane that I was talking about earlier that they were not using, they're starting to use it because that is the fastest way to get to the other player's base. If they go straight down here, they can very quickly start getting some shots on Bradley's base. And with that one Calliope, he only needs about 2 barrages to finish the game at this point.
Yep. Right, this Calliope, wow, we destroy all the tanks here, but here we go, this is a P38 here. Oh,
that was just devastating, devastating. That can be one of the most frustrating things as Beaumont is taking your heaviest unit running down the field and having a P38 shredded up in 1 or 2 passes, especially for how much money it costs. It's so difficult. It takes so much time to then bring that dollar value back to then create another one.
And we just keep pushing and pushing and pushing right now.
And the one thing we're seeing, Bradley's actually now got 2 of those troop transport airplanes in the air, the paratroopers that are dropping those guys that are actually stronger than the average infantry, meaning they're going to be able to push farther and faster and hopefully get inside of Dirvel's base.
Yep. Oh, we can hear sound again from Bradley. It's really love this special attack.
That's right. We actually just got done seeing...
P38 here. Wow.
And there it is. Like we said before, his infantry is now making a push on the base. Although we also see Dirvel coming in again on SadlyitsBradley with just a tank. So if Bradley's not watching right now, this could be devastating.
So this is a plan of Bradley's here. He just used the special attack to keep your attention on this moving out or thing of that, and just send the P38 to destroy your infantry or to destroy your troop trucks here.
Dirvel's actually in a very precarious position right now. He's got so many infantry just rolling in, and these infantrymen, like I said, are definitely stronger, being that they're paratroopers. Yep. And they're going to be able to push through and attack that base. As we've seen now, the bases are both equal in health. And actually, Dirvel does not have any Calliopes on the field, whereas Bradley is running out that P38. It's been such a close match the entire time.
Wow. So in the 15 minutes, we can see the Ogden is a 50-15 right now, but this is 16 minutes here. We can see, one more again. This is special attack and turn the tide. All of that. This is a big time here.
This is going to be the game, I believe, unless Bradley loses on the left side, he's going to have a nice advantage right here with all those troops in there. His P38 is controlling the field, and there is nothing for the anti-air to stop him. He's got full control.
Yes, we see the plane. Yo, this is it. Congratulations to Bradley's here. Get a score, and this is 1-2-1.
1-1. That's amazing. That was a great game to watch.
Yes.
Looks like we're gonna have another one.
Right now, Dirvel, they will change the side.
It's possible. They're going to discuss if they want to change sides, and if they decide that they want to, they will. Otherwise, they might stay on the same. You know, what I can say right now is that was so exciting to see them play each other. I'm actually happy that Bradley won because we get to see another match now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was an amazing match because, you know, both sides are very strong. You know, they keep the enemy. They use kind of similar strategy, actually.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so much going on and there's so much to learn
Yeah,
from these matches.
and you can tell there's a lot of respect going back and forth. They're watching each other and they're trying to play and they're doing it in such a way that is very fun. And at no point in time did it seem like one was over dominating the other. It was so close the entire time. Even at that last match, it could have gone to Dirvel had just a few more tanks come in the base there. But luckily, Bradley had that artillery there to keep his base safe.
Yeah, this definitely we can also see that there's a little bit of advantage in the early game by the Dirvels here, but Bradley is so smart.
Oh, he went straight for those P-38s. He bought nothing and then just went, you know, from air control to taking over the map. And even though Dirvel made that huge push later on, Bradley was able to just continue and keep that endurance. So
yes, and you can see that P-38 just attack if that is necessary, or they just always stay in the house.
Yeah. Basically, he's trying to do the best he can to keep them alive, right? But I mean, several times during that match, he lost the P-38s, and some time would go by where he wasn't using them. But then he switched the game from the air game to the ground game, and then back and forth. And I think he did a really good job at knowing when to switch to which game. Because if you concentrate on the air when they're pushing on the ground, it's impossible, as we saw yesterday, to compete against that.
Yes, yesterday, the long games there.
That's right.
Wow. This is equal right now.
Yeah, so we're gonna have our second match. So we're gonna have a different map. So
That's right. This one's a Chateau Todd map right now.
Yeah.
Of course, I know that Dirvel loves this map. It's one of his favorite. He practices it on all the time. SadlyitsBradley, of course, has plenty of practice on it as well.
Yep.
But this is going to be something that's going to be difficult for him. This is not going to be easy for either of them.
Yep. But which units you think is most benefit for this map?
It's a difficult thing. Chateau Todd is a smaller map, right?
Yep.
I do believe that having Calliopes on this map can be just devastating because the map is so small. If you can get them to come up on the back side, you don't even have to be in the base. You can be on the outside of the base, and those Calliopes will shoot the artillery over the wall and destroy the base. And if you get 1, 2, or even 3, it's within a matter of seconds that can be over. So it's much more difficult for an air division to do the same kind of a thing.
So the Bradley should control the number of the Calliopes here with P-38. So
that's right. And one thing we see on this map a lot when people play it is they like to take the ATGs when they're playing Beaumont and bring them out on that little area. It's not going to be easy for him to do that because the fact that Bradley can just take a P-38, shoot it, and bring it back if he's going to be the air division.
Let's just notice the ATG is, if you find the right points here, it can just shoot the tower directly.
Yes. And actually, from this map, literally, on that first spot, it can start shooting the tower immediately. So without having to even advance on your enemy, you can start shooting their tower. But that's going to be something that Bradley would prevent pretty quickly if he's in the air division. And having said that, Chateau Todd is such a map that we saw yesterday. They played 45 minutes on it. So even though it is a small map, it can go on a very, very long time.
Yeah, especially when it comes to these kind of strong players.
Yes. They have these strategies where they know how to combat and they know how to play it safe. And sometimes we're seeing them be a little more offensive.
Oh, this is the final games here. 1, 2, 1, and this is SadlyitsBradley to represent the USA in the red side, and this is Dirvel represent Poland in the blue side. So
yeah, just
this
like
game,
you said.
this game is a Dirvel versus Bradley.
It is, and we're seeing the same strategy as normal. Dirvel's throwing out those 2 troop guys over on the right, just like he normally does.
Yep.
And we're seeing, of course, Bradley.
Dirvel is troop truck and Bradley is tanks here.
Yeah, he's doing something different. He's actually going to put tanks out and immediately to get that map control,
actually,
as opposed to going to just the P-38 right away.
All right. In the beginning, so which way he would set this time?
Yeah. I mean, yesterday, Dirvel won this map, right?
That's right. And what you're seeing right now is Dirvel's actually going up to the 3rd tier, whereas Bradley's creating some artillery as well as some tanks. I think artillery is very, very good on this map. You just have to be careful. At the moment the Calliopes get out there, they can start destroying all of your units very quickly. So if Bradley's going to not spend money on P-38s, he's going to have to make sure he does really well with this push before they come out.
So there you go. You can see the aircraft here can control the land, control the push here because, well, there's a lot of damage for the infantry right now, and you can see this is control of the X3
and of
red
course,
X of this Bradley.
anti-tank gun already.
Yes, and as we talked about, he put it out there and it's instantly shooting the tower. And because Bradley doesn't have the 3rd tier, well, I guess he does not have the P-38 available yet, he's going to have several shots on this tower before Bradley can do anything about it.
So here's the point. He needs a P-38 here.
Oh, but one
Bradley's being smart.
artillery.
He's actually shooting the AA. The anti-air on Dirvel's side is getting hit right now by artillery, and Dirvel is now finally making a response to that with 2 tanks coming out here.
But I don't think his AA is going to make it.
Oh, no. It
one
looks like
last
that AA
time.
is gone. And this is going to be a big advantage to Bradley now coming in on that side.
Oh, I take this AAs here. Let's get out of this way.
That's right. He's being very smart. You want to make sure you constantly keep track of your units. Even if they have little health, you want to make sure they stay alive because especially if they're artillery, if they're farther away, they're doing just as much damage as if they had gold.
So we can see this, it's going to take a lot of damage of this tower. So P-38 has been available. So
yes, we know what's going to happen now.
Just need to wait.
Yep, and then that P-38 is coming out of the base right now. I assume he's going to go straight for that AA. You're going to see that AA try to get shredded. Bradley does not want. Yep, and he got the AA and the ATG.
Here we go.
One shot. It shows you right there the power of the P-38 and how devastating it can be.
Yeah, so much damage.
It's been a minute. It's enough.
That's right. Here we are within less than 3 minutes to go, and we've got the P-38 on the field attempting to now take out everything that Dirvel's got outside of his base.
Yep.
This is where Bradley needs to be very, very quick because if he doesn't actually take control over early, Dirvel's going to have an opportunity to get these Calliope starting to be created, and if he starts doing that, it is difficult to kill them as fast as he can make them, especially if he has some protection with these fighters.
Dirvel has pulled out 5 fighters, air fighters over there.
Yeah, he's prepared. He knows that he needs to have these fighters in the air. He will not last in the game if he does not have some air dominance. And you see over there, you got that P-38 hiding in the back of the base of Bradley's, and that is very smart for him to do, keeping it there just when he needs it.
And you can see the lands here. We can see this is our Bradley's push here.
Oh,
right
Bradley's
now,
bringing an AA to come take care of some of these airplanes.
Yeah, they have to.
Already taking one down.
Yep. Here's the point. If Dirvel want to set the ADG outside, they have to just create 2 more anti-airs here beside to protect the ATGs there.
It looks like the P-38 is about to destroy that artillery.
Yeah, you can see Bradley drawing the path right there, right in front of that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the way that this works. If you're wondering, the players are actually taking their hands and they're literally drawing the paths of these aircraft to tell them where to fire to. And the P-38 is one that takes a little bit more skill because every single time it attacks, you have to tell it where to go.
Yep.
And once again, we got SadlyitsBradley now taking the turret out on that other side.
You got ADG right now. Got artilleries here. Just take the damage for free.
Yeah, it's been going on for a while, but looks like Dirvel hasn't done anything about it. Oh, he pulled out 1 Calliope
That's
to
right.
deal with him.
Now what he needs to do is he needs to keep this Calliope as safe as he can and far away from that P-38.
Yeah.
What I think he needs to do is he needs to get his fighters to attack the P-38 before he brings the Calliope out at all. Otherwise he's going to lose his advantage.
Yep. The points here, we can see their P-38.
And we just saw the Calliope got destroyed. His camera was changing right there. The P-38 came in and took it out in 1 shot.
So because the anti-air of the home base already destroyed by the artillery in the early game, so it's pretty smart. Wow, it's all the base is set up.
He's already taking care of business right
the
there.
other side anti-airs here has been taken very low right now. Oh, it's been destroyed. Wow, what can you do of that?
Yeah, Bradley is going very hard right here.
Yes, being an air division, one thing that keeps your base safe is obviously these AA or being a ground division, and not having them there to keep you protected is just making it so much harder to keep control of this map. And even though he's got this Calliope right there, there's not a whole lot that he can do with it unless he has protection for it.
Yeah, this is Calliope. Oh, destroy the artilleries here. Right now we can see the networks here and 3D defense here, but I think a little bit advantage of the Bradley's here.
Yeah, Bradley
just picked up a
just picked up definitely.
Yeah, he's getting some extra money right there. He's probably going to be buying a few safe things. I don't think he's actually feeling too much pressure at the moment, but that doesn't mean that it can't just turn around very, very quickly.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! There's a P-38 coming! Wow! Destroying this short time. And the next round will be the Calliope's here.
Yeah, it's going for the
You
Calliope.
see the P-38 going down right there. He does have another one already. Oh, no,
it's down.
that was it.
There's an anti-air so just take their P-38s down, but
it's got little HP, so...
Wow, and he just about
Never
got that
mind.
Calliope taken out there, but the tank shot the turret instead.
I got another one here.
Wow, that looks very, very cool. The fighters are going down right now. We've got a battle happening in the middle of the map for, of course, control over this P-38, attempting to keep his units safe by putting these fighters in front of the path, but it's just not doing it.
Right, only one Cloud piece here.
The Cloud is trying to destroy the anti-air, and it's down.
Now Dirvel has 4 aircraft, 2 troop trucks here. Seems a little bit difficult for now.
Yeah, right now this is a very exciting match right now. It does look like SadlyitsBradley has a little bit of an advantage right now, getting the push in the field and having his P-38 destroying anything that comes out of the base of Dirvel. And here we see Bradley again coming around the side, trying to take out that second turret in an attempt to make a push from the side. And one thing we talked about too is that, you know, being an air division, it's so much harder to actually take out the other person's base. That's why you see Bradley doing these long pushes and just slowly taking out as much as he can, because he needs his infantry to come up and take out those towers.
Yep.
That's the only way he's going to be able to get in there and do any damage on the base. He only has units like the artillery or the tanks to actually do the damage, whereas the P-38s and the other planes don't do anything on the base.
Yeah, and you can see SadlyitsBradley pull out another anti-air just in the same position as last one, trying to take out some fighters.
Same position to protect P-38s here, and you can see if there's Bradley just take a lot of advantage in the early game or in the middle game, maybe he will just increase troop trucks or their airdrop trucks, airdrop planes there. Need more infantry. Alright, once again, Bradley really loves this special attack. I haven't seen Dirvel use it.
No, yeah. Dirvel is constantly trying to keep his money so that he can spend it on things to prevent Bradley's attacks.
Yeah.
But what Bradley's doing really smart here is he's keeping that P-38 to make sure that Dirvel can't get out of his base. And then when Dirvel sits in his base with all of his items, he's then blowing up his base with missile barrages. So he's just going back and forth, making it difficult for him to actually make a push.
Yes.
Yeah, but Dirvel now has no troop trucks already, and SadlyitsBradley's got 3 troop trucks. That means more fit soldiers on the ground.
Right. That was a very, very important missile barrage that happened.
Oh, as we can see, this is 7 troop trucks here. Sadly just got...
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think he needs Dirvel needs to take some of those fighters that are in his base. He needs to get some of them out there to shoot the infantry, and the other ones to protect them to shoot any other planes that are happening. Right now, Bradley only has 1 fighter, and yet Dirvel has 7 fighters that are unfortunately doing nothing to help him or prevent this attack with these infantry.
Yeah. This is 9 minutes, or you can see Dirvel's tower has been taken in half, or it's been taken very low here.
Yeah, and even though we're looking at the front turrets right there, the turrets that are on the back side of Dirvel's area are some of the ones to actually keep your eye on, because if both of those go down, then Bradley can just have a sneak attack at any time.
Oh, this is from Dirvel right now. Let's see where are they going.
They're both shooting. It looks like Dirvel is going after Bradley.
Yeah, destroy the troop trucks here, but destroy 2 troop trucks. I think it's alright. It's alright for Bradley right now, because 2 troop trucks are not expensive as their special attacks here.
Exactly. 2 troop trucks is generally about $14, whereas one of those attacks is 28, so it's actually double. He needs to get 4 of those trucks to make it worth that amount.
This is a wishbone right now. Oh, look at that! Troop trucks have been destroyed. Just come out just now. But Cloud, he still survived actually. But P-38 is coming.
Yeah. Bradley's doing a wonderful job at keeping this control right now. Dirvel is definitely having a hard time because of these P-38s, and I don't know what he can do as long as these fighters are stuck in his base circling. They're not helping him at the moment. So he needs to get them to run into pattern to actually start shooting some of these infantrymen to keep them away from his towers.
Yeah, and I think this is the same problem as well as yesterday. There's Bradley's. You can see a lot of planes just over your head, but you're hard to control these planes.
Right, and they don't do anything if they're in the air. Like, just moving around, the airplanes don't help at all. Whereas even if you have ground units on the ground, they're still useful if something else comes near it or within proximity.
And I think Dirvel thought if you got more aircraft here, he can control this guy, but this is a wrong decision, I think.
No, what we saw yesterday was we saw Dirvel and Bradley playing 2 times, and each time Bradley was air division, and both times Dirvel came out with the win. This time Bradley's definitely playing a little bit safer, and he's not going with the Ritter division. So because of that, as we have said many times now, he's only has to worry about that P-38 as opposed to several different Herschels and the fighter planes. So he's doing much, much better at keeping control.
Yeah.
And Dirvel is unable to actually create a good response to this.
Yeah, now he has only one anti-air hovering in the base.
One in the air, but Dirvel also lose 3 of the aircrafts here.
It's not looking good right now for Dirvel. What he's doing is he's creating these tanks to an attempt to shoot these AA that are outside of his base, but they're not going to be able to get there. These infantry are too strong.
Yeah, just send their tanks there as a gift. Haven't shoot yet. Right now, okay, we can see a lot of all the tanks here being destroyed right now. The troop trucks there.
And here we go. We've got Bradley coming into the base of Dirvel right now. Those troops are on a mission. They're going to destroy anything in their path.
Yeah, this is a huge number. And the troop trucks here is in danger right now. You can see our P-38 just destroyed the anti-air, and also
And
this
there goes the
troop trucks here.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is gonna be win this game. Bradley
my
gonna
gosh.
win 2 score of that.
Looks like it. Dirvel is trying to do what he can by bringing out some artillery because it's too expensive to get the glide beat, but
Yeah.
unfortunately the P-38 is just shredding everything Dirvel is bringing outside of his base.
And another special attack here. Wow.
And here they go. The infantry is inside the base, and this is not going to be good for Dirvel. SadlyitsBradley is going to be pushing very, very strong, and I don't see a way for Dirvel to stop him at the moment.
Yeah, I think this is it.
It's hard to stop right now.
The P-38 did go down, but unfortunately those infantries are just too strong now.
Oh, now this is gonna be destroyed. It's been taken very low right now. We can see a tanks here, but it's useless for the tanks here because it's
Well,
alone.
looks like we're going to have the grand champion of the WCG final here in just a moment.
Okay, it's gonna take this base, it's gonna
doing
take
what he
this
can,
champion,
that's
it's
right.
gonna take this VR championship of WCG 2019.
Champions here.
Yes, we are championship. Our champion is SadlyitsBradley, represent USA.
Congratulations to my fellow countrymen. They did so well in that match. And of course, Dirvel.
Yo, Dirvel is here. And
Dirvel here, second place. Also a very strong player.
Great people, great competitors, wonderful people in the community.
wow, America, you must be proud of that.
Be proud, USA. All right, we've got it. Congratulations to Sadly. He fought very, very hard, put a lot of practice in this game. He certainly deserves to be where he is.
And Bradley just got the $10,000 prize here, so you can have a nice dinner tonight.
That's right. All of us are going to have a dinner, I think, from Bradley. That's, he's a really nice guy. So, yeah, that's right.
Okay. As we can see, the highlight is ready for now. Right now, we can check it out. Wow, congratulations to Bradley once again. So yesterday we saw that Dirvel defeated Bradley once, but today he put it back.
He came back. Well, it was 2 maps in a row that he took him out. So Bradley must have had some time to think about what Dirvel had done to him before and made some corrections to make sure that they didn't happen again.
Yeah,
looks like he
2-0
definitely
yesterday.
Done some homework over there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened. It went 2-0 the other way, and then today it was the opposite. But, considering that, Chateau Todd and the maps that were being played were very strong for Dirvel, we know that it was a match of not only, strength and endurance, but it was very, very much of how can I outthink the other player and what they're doing. But Bradley was so good at it being quick. So,
Yeah. I mean, amazing match. We look forward to see these strong players playing again. But now we're just gonna take a break.
Yeah, right now we take a break. Thank you for watching. This is VR Championships final is over, and coming up next is the AI Masters final match. We'll take a break. See you later.
congratulations to all the players.
Bye bye.